Hello, hi, and welcome to Political Quickie, your political show that subjectively discusses current affairs in South Africa and all around the world. My name is Mapasika Mura. So while we are fixated on Supra Mahumapelo and his leave and Varun Gupta and getting his passport back, there's something a little more interesting that's currently happening. Afri-Forum is in the US lobbying for support as well as drawing attention to the expropriation of land without compensation and the farm murders that are going on in South Africa. So every influential politician and news anchor they've come across, they've given a memo that they've drafted on the expropriation of land without compensation, as well as a copy of a book by Ernest Roots titled Killing the Boer, Government's Complicity in South Africa's Brutal Farm Murders. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't take Katie Hopkins with them. Yeah. So Adam Habib came out saying, wow, Afri-Forum represents the worst side of South Africa, comparing them to the likes of Hitler, Idi Amin, as well as Hendrik Verwoerd. Yeah, because of their association. The likes of John Robert Bolton, whom they met while on this trip of theirs. This guy is an alleged war criminal. Afri-Forum argues that there are two sides to this land debate. The one side that's striving for truth and that their argument is based on evidence, and the other side that's basing their argument on political rhetoric as well as a distortion of history. They also argue that the expropriation of land without compensation will impact not only South Africa's economy badly, but the world economy at large. Here's what's wrong with that argument. Number one, the 1913 Native Land Act that ensured that white people owned 93% of South African land and black people owned 7% of that land, as well as the other 32 acts that were passed in distribution of South African land, is not a distortion of history. Secondly, South Africa plans to expropriate land from both white and black people and nationalize that land, with the state being custodian of that land. And judging from recent history, South Africa is custodian of our resources, and nothing much has changed with that. Big corporate companies continue to monopolize that industry, treating the labor like crap while police shoot and kill the miners. President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa told Afri-Forum to come back home and let's discuss this like countrymen, but they were like, no, not when you're disrespecting property rights. So if you want to talk about violence in South Africa, according to Africa Check, a woman is murdered every 4 hours. Between the period of 2016 and 2017, 39,828 cases of rape were reported. If you want to talk about farm murders, on the other hand, they decreased, and attacks, that is, farm murders and attacks, with attacks being more than murders, decreased from 1,000 to 600 within a period of 18 years. It seems that Afri-Forum is more focused on getting the US to cut aid to South Africa, and that's how they will coerce us into not expropriating land without compensation. But here's the thing, this is actually a good thing. This is where South Africa will actually begin to grow up. The reason why we don't sit on the table with the big girls and the big boys is because we have no nuclear power and we continue to depend on the West for aid. So South Africa, grow up, don't lean in, expropriate land without compensation, and start figuring out a way to cover the funding from the West internally or otherwise. My name is Mapasika Mura. Use your talents to serve humanity, and I will see you next week, Monday.